Please help me welcome our keynote speaker, Michael Scott Karpovich.
To address this brain damage thing, it's true I do have brain damage. My skull was crushed when I was born. Oh, don't worry, I survived. Doctors told my mom and pa that I should be institutionalized for my life because I would never function normally in society. Yeah, thanks. No. I mean, it's kind of cool. Mom and Dad did not stick me in the institution, but I got exciting news. Really exciting news. I don't function normally in society. Yeah, I know. I got really exciting news. I saved money by switching to Geico. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Hey. Do you want to know the truth about how to unlock your potential? You can't handle the truth. It wasn't just New York that brought me here. It was not just the plane that brought me here from Michigan. Thank you. Yeah. All the things that had to happen, it actually started with the crushed skull. I toss a quarter in the air. What's the chance it's going to be heads? Someone over there said 20. Yeah, God bless you. Yeah. Most of you said 50. What's the chance it's going to be tails? If you said 50, you are really close to being right. There is another way your quarter could land, although it's very rare. What would that be? On its edge. You guys, the fact that we're together right now is very, very amazing. I was supposed to be institutionalized because I have brain damage. I do have brain damage. It's a closed head injury. Because of my brain damage, I'm severely learning disabled. Now, Phi Beta Lambda, this is just for you. A lot of teachers like to call us learning disabled. We prefer to call ourselves the Lambda Deltas. And as a Lambda Delta, I'm severely dyslexic. How many people know what dyslexia is? You don't get excited about that, baby. Come on. All right. Dyslexics, for those of you that don't know, dyslexics like me, we tend to write our letters upside down or backwards. It's really hard for us to read. It's really hard for us to write. And without exception, we are the world's most creative spellers. How many people here are creative spellers? All right, brain damage. I told you, yeah. And then finally I walked around and I decided I was going to like myself. So every time I went to the bathroom, I'd look in the mirror and say out loud, I love you, I love you, I love you. Hey. I don't care if you adore yourself, woman. You look in the mirror and say out loud, I love you. You will freak out. Hey, it's hard to love yourself. And it's even harder to say it out loud. I made myself do it day after day after day. It was not true. Every time I'd say it, I'd cry because it wasn't true. I hated myself. I was a brain damaged nerd that got flushed down toilets. Finally, I got to the point where I didn't exactly love myself. I liked myself a little bit. When I started to like myself a little bit, I accidentally walked to the school bathroom. And there they were waiting for me. Ron, Rod, Charlie, and David. They looked at me and smiled and say, hey, Karpo, swear word, you're late for your shampoo. Why do people have to be so mean? For the first time ever, I pleaded with them. I said, Ron, I've never liked myself before, man. Please, this one time, let me go. Ron grabbed my arm so I couldn't move. Charlie, I'll tell everyone in school, you beat me up. Just don't do it. Charlie found the nastiest toilet you've ever seen. No, man, I'm serious. This stuff was thick. They aimed my face for the swill, and I was small, but I could squirm. I kicked, I screamed, I yelled for help. No help came. Why do people have to be so mean? They shoved my face into this toilet bowl, and somehow before they got my face in, I locked my arms like this. They couldn't get my face in. As long as my arms were locked, I was safe. They were all pressing on the back of my head. My neck was killing me. But as long as my arms were locked, I was safe. Did you know in some schools they'll come up behind you when you're standing up straight and hit you behind your kneecaps? Rodney was one that did that. He thought he was wise when he figured out if it works on knees, it'll also work on elbows. He took his fist, he hit this elbow. Boom! This arm collapsed. My head slammed down so fast, it hit the edge of the toilet rim, cutting me right above this eye. I had to get stitches. I still have a scar right here. I'm sorry, guys. I have been sharing this story with high school students for the last 26 years. On Monday, I turned 44. I've been doing this most of my life. Do you know what it's like to say the same story over and over and over again? It's almost like you can do it automatically without thinking. The thing is when you do it automatically, it starts to sound like it's just a story. And some of you are sitting back there sleeping, thinking I'm just telling you a cool story. I'm serious, man. This really happened to me. When my head hit the rim of that toilet, I felt the blood on my face before I saw it in the water. It was slow motion as they rolled my head to the bottom of this toilet bowl. They pressed my back of my head and my shoulder blades until my face was pressed against the bottom of the bowl. I was screaming, I was coughing, I was gagging, I was spitting. I was sick. I really was. And they held me down there so long, honestly, I thought I would drown. Why do people have to be so mean? They ran out in the hall to get all the kids to laugh at me one more time. I walked over to the bathroom door. I could hear them laughing. I went over to the sink and I tried to dry my hair. I tried to stop the blood. I was wiping away the tears when almost by accident I looked into my eyes. The same eyes I looked into that morning when I had told myself what? I love you. At that moment I knew I couldn't let them laugh at me. I walked back to the bathroom door, always before I'd open it slowly, except this time. This time, I kicked it open! The door swung so far, so fast, it hit the lockers on the other side, making a banging sound that echoed down the halls. The bullies were laughing a half second ago, got quiet. And out of the bathroom, I emerged. I was only 4 feet tall, but I swear to you, at that moment, I looked like I was 4'1". Before they could call me a nerd or a geek or a dork or stupid, dumb retard, I looked all of them right in their eyes and I smiled. It was forced. There's blood streaming down this side of my face. My hair is sopping wet. But I smiled. Before they could call me geek or nerd or dweeb or whatever they call me, stupid, retard, I looked them in their eyes and I said to them, "Hi there!" All of a sudden, like you, they started to laugh. But this time not at me. This time they were laughing with me. Charlie realized I was getting good attention, so he pointed at me and announced to all the other mean kids. He said, "Hey, look at the nerd!" Nerd. A word invented in 1951 by a guy we know as Dr. Seuss in a book called If I Ran the Zoo. Check it out. Nerd. They've been calling me that since nursery school. I turned to Charlie. I said, "Charlie, you're calling me a nerd?" "Thank you, man. I'm honored." One of the other bullies started laughing. He said, "Yeah, man, nerds rule." I've been saying that ever since. You guys, you're intelligent. You're the wisest of the wise. You're sitting here looking at me and saying, "Why is he telling us about toilets?" Hey, I've been waiting for this presentation all my life. This is the top of my career, and I've been waiting so much that I did my research. I called your schools, I called your friends, I called your family, I went on the internet. You'd be amazed how many websites are based on you, lady. After extensive research, I found out something you didn't want me to know. That's right, I know. It turns out that every single one of you in this room, it turns out you've all been flushed down toilets. Oh, yes, you have. It may not have been porcelain. Might have been the toilet when your mom and pa got divorced. Might have been the toilet when your best friend stabbed you in the back. Might have been the toilet when you got a bad grade. It might have been the toilet when you lost the big game. It might have been the toilet when your favorite pet was killed on the road. It might have been the toilet when you couldn't find the right outfit to wear. Some toilets are smaller. It might have been the toilet when you were sexually abused. Some toilets are larger. It might have been the toilet when no one understood you. It might have been the toilet when everyone thought you were popular, but you knew you were alone. There's all sorts of toilets. Some are wet. Some are dry. Some stink a lot. They all stink a lot. Some are wet, some are dry, and some are porcelain. But the one thing all of our toilets have in common is they all hurt. And they all stink. I'm sad to tell you this. I told you I was scared. This is why. In this entire room, 7 of you are going to get this. The rest of you are a waste of my time. I'm serious. Just 7 of you. It might be the Phi Beta Lambdas. It might be FBLA. I don't know. But 7 of you are going to get this. The rest of you are just sitting here because I told you to sit here. I am here to tell you that the toilets in your life are, without exception, your greatest advantage. That's why nerds rule. The way I like to say it is yuck makes you stronger. For those of you not listening, yuck makes you stronger. You don't become stronger when everything works out. You become stronger when everything falls apart. You do not become stronger when life is handed to you on a silver platter. You become stronger when life sucks. You don't become stronger when everyone's on your side. You become stronger when everyone's against you. You don't become stronger because you're popular. You become stronger when you're alone. You don't become stronger when you win the game. You become stronger when you lose gracefully. Yuck makes you stronger. If you 7 get that, you're going to change the planet. You will unlock your potential and others' potential. My job was to come here and change 7 lives. And I have only done my job, if you remember, for the rest of your long life, that nerds do what? I'm sorry, they do what? Nerds rule, and nerds rule because yuck makes you what? Stronger. And if you're truly gifted, you'll always remember that only the strongest people on this planet have enough guts to do what? Cry. Very good. It has been an honor and a privilege. You are the nerdiest people in the world. Thank you very, very much.